So my area of research is the Canadian North. I study the cultural history and the environmental history of the North in the 20th century, so the modern Canadian North. And why it matters to me, well, I study the North from a Southern perspective. Obviously, I'm a Southern Canadian and I haven't spent very much time in the North. But because of that, I think it's really important for Southerners to kind of understand the history of their perceptions about the North. So certainly in my classroom, I try to present Canadian history and environmental histories in ways that explicitly connect the past with the present. You know, I tell stories about agency, about how people can make a difference in the world in the hope that students will better realize their remit for agency today in the 21st century. And I try to tell hopeful stories. I think especially when you're teaching about environmental history, it can sometimes just seem like a long history of decline and decay and environmental degradation. And especially in an era of climate change, the problems can seem so overwhelming, so insurmountable that students feel paralyzed rather than inspired. So I try to sort of offer them some hopeful stories, some stories where things have gotten better, where people have, gained a sense of care and responsibility toward the environment. And, I try to sort of leave them feeling hopeful about their own capacity to go out there and be a better sort of quote unquote global citizen.